Hey guys, Danny here. Just coming in on this episode to apologize for it coming out so late. This was supposed to come out way sooner, but was gone at the con for ALA. Just a bunch of like personal stuff happens like right around before and after that I had to work on, so I just really didn't have any time to edit this episode so it could come out on time. But it's here now, and then after that, we're going to be back to our regular schedule weekly. Between Tuesday to Thursday, these episodes will be coming out. So enjoy the episode, guys.
Welcome back, losers. We're back in to another episode of the podcast. We had took a break. The holidays came around, and we decided to get fat and get lazy, but this time we're back. Danny's not here because he's still fat and lazy, doing stupid shit now, ALA. So we'll just hold it down here while he's out there grubbing and fucking drinking and shit.
Out there partying without us.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, everybody. We got a special guest with us. We got the infamous horny boy Julian here.
Returning special guest, infamous horny Julian, me.
Legacy Unversed member.
Grandfathered in, of course.
Yes. I'm glad to be back. I am here. I'm happy. It's been a while, but yes.
We're just here to talk about some bullshit that's happening. Nothing special. It's the same shit as always. What do you got, Julian? What do you want to say? You got anything?
I want to say, Balacho is great.
Yeah?
That is very good, yes. It's gambling without spending money. For anyone who wants to play Balacho, the card game, Game Awards nominee, I say play it. It's not bad. But it can get very addicting, so watch out. Subnautica is like one of the best games I've ever played.
That's like Minecraft but underwater, huh?
Not necessarily. I think it's a survival game. Minecraft's also a survival game, but it's also survival creative game. Whereas in Subnautica, you have recipes for survival, for the sake of survival. And, Minecraft is, surviving for the sake of surviving, but you can also create for the sake of creating. You don't need a crazy house in Minecraft to live. You can live outside in Minecraft. You don't even need, shelter. Yeah. But in Subnautica...
It's story-based.
Yeah, it's story-based, story-rich. It's not one of those games that tells you the story outright. You have to discover the story yourself. And that's great. And it's amazing. You're totally defenseless, by the way, to a degree. It's a survival game, and it's a great survival. If you've ever played The Forest, it's a lot more along those lines. Because there's a lot of recipes and whatnot.
I have not played The Forest, but I have definitely seen gameplay for it. So I'm aware of what you're talking about. It's one of those survival type games, and you're obviously also defending yourself from I think it's creatures, right? I don't know if I have the same game correct, but I think you're in some sort of makeshift camp that you have walls around, and the creatures come out at night and shit like that, right?
Is that the game where it starts out where you're in a plane and then it crashes and then you're on an island somewhere?
Yeah, Bioshock.
A forest, excuse me.
There's two of them, right?
There's The Forest, and then there's Sons of the Forest.
Yeah, I remember playing Sons of the Forest.
Sons of the Forest is the multiplayer one, right?
Yeah, it is.
They're both multiplayer, up to 4, or I think, however, I don't know how much is the team. But yeah, The Forest is, they're mutants. They're mutants, and the enemies get grotesque and more aggressive.
Cool.
You think it's I'm stuck on an island and whatnot, but no. Then you start going into the caves, the caverns. That's where the real game starts. It's a good game. Survival games are great, especially when you play it with other people. That's what makes them even better, and definitely worth your time. I think with Subnautica 2, because Subnautica 2, they're going to do cooperative multiplayer and whatnot.
Yeah, I remember seeing that from the trailer.
I'll be down to hop in now at that with you, Julian.
Yes. I will definitely be playing it, because it's a good game.
Yeah.
It really reaches out to my, I don't know if it's
phobia.
If I'm saying this right, but my aquaphobia, my fear of the deep sea. You know what I mean? Because those Leviathan type class organisms or whatever, so real, dude. Look, dude. I know a lot of people are putting out their ideas out there. I believe in ghosts and monsters exist, Bigfoot exists. You know what? Giant deep sea creatures, bro. Those are my beliefs, man. Those are fucking real. I have to imagine that somewhere deep down in the ocean, which we have not fully explored, there's some giant fucking
sea serpent, Leviathan.
Yeah,
fucking...
the fucking thing from God of War Ragnarok.
You mean the Earth Serpents? The Earth Serpents, right?
Jormungandr.
Jormungandr. There you go.
But you know what's crazy in the game? The only threats are those and a few other small ones, but they don't get scary. You get used to them. These big, open, dark spaces. And, one thing I gotta mention is the audio design of the game. Because, you see big black space of nothing, but then you hear something and it's like, it's super scary. And it is scary. Even for the amount of hours that I think I have like 40 hours in the game, I still get scared. Some things still like startle me, and there's not a lot of threats. Not like there's at least like 5, 6, and creatures that are threats. But yes, the Leviathans are the most like aggressive ones, I would say.
Do you play with the game music on?
Yeah.
Or like,
yeah.
So my next question to you is like, when you're in the water, is there like ambient game music?
Yes, actually.
When the Leviathan comes, does the music change?
It usually gets quiet. Like, there's no audio. There's no, like, background music playing. It just gets quiet.
Oh, okay. So just all of a sudden the music would stop, and you probably would or wouldn't notice?
I probably wouldn't notice because you're just going about... The higher in elevation you are, the more likely you're to hear music, like background music. But the deeper you get, you hear less music. And it's more of just, like, the ambient white noise of the area.
That makes sense, yeah. Of just, like, the water, right?
Yeah, and, what is it? There's, at a certain point in the game, you get to underwater, like, volcanoes and stuff, so you start hearing, eruptions happen from underwater. If it's not, sometimes I turn the game music off completely and just start playing trance and techno, dude, and that shit's mesmerizing as fuck.
I believe it.
It's fucking rad, dude.
Yeah,
that sounds awesome. Probably play, like, some lo-fi or something like that.
Yeah, that too. That would totally go great with Subnautica as well.
Yeah, that sounds like a good time. Like, I would definitely like to play the multiplayer experience for that game.
And that'll be soon. It's going to be in Unreal Engine 5, so I'm really excited about how it's going to look. I watched this video that someone did a realistic AI. Like, someone's playing the game. It's this gameplay, but someone did, like, a realistic AI over the gameplay. So, it's what the ocean would look like realistically. And it looked fucking cool, bro. I won't lie to you. You're just hoping that it looks just as great.
There is something mesmerizing about the ocean, but it's like also pretty scary.
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, this is a great experience for everybody. If you think about everything we know about the ocean and then playing it through a video game, and it's like things click in an astrological level.
Yeah, I feel like I understand what you're saying. Like, it just kind of gives you a more, like, deeper appreciation for, like, I want to say, like, the environment, like, the way that the world is shaped and, like, all the things in it.
And just a sense of survival and stuff.
On that note, dude, I don't, since you, we talked about it off record, but, Julian, you mentioned that you have, like, the ultimate, I guess, subscription for PlayStation.
Yes.
So you should have access to, like, all the free games that are available. Mm-hmm. One of the games that I picked up last year, I think it's still free because it was on Plus. It's called Dave the Diver, and it's
I heard of this one.
Yeah, it's not like 3D like Subnautica, but it's like a 2D game where you're still basically like just diving. The point of the game is like you just basically go around collecting fish because you like work as a manager for a sushi bar, so you like bring the fish every night so that people can eat. But the game is cool. Yeah, there's like a lot to it. There's like side quests and actual plot and stuff like that. But
yeah,
I just wanted to bring it up because I just feel like you might also be interested in that game.
I love video games. And here I am gloating about a fucking roguelike card solitaire game. Like, I love video games, okay? And I'll be open to that one. And then, I consider these games indie games, and that's what's going to be rising up this year. I think it's the age of the indie games. The age of the AAA is gone, as we all know, by the many, many, many flops of our various AAA companies, developers.
Yeah, you have a point there. This really is the year of indie.
I mean, like, just think about all the games that are being on the spotlight, the ones that people are raving about and whatnot, And most of the time, it's an indie game, The Witcher 3, I picked that up again. Well, I mean, do you like boomer shooters? Have we ever played boomer shooters before?
I like Quake a lot.
Quake, oh man, let me some good Quake.
Obviously, Doom. You know.
Yeah, and you know the one boomer shooter that I played recently. That's and you know Warhammer has been getting popular. I've been playing a game called Warhammer Bolt Gun, and it's just a Doom Warhammer game. I don't know how else to explain it. A lot of blood, a lot of guns, secrets, whatnot. And that's the thing about boomer shooters, it's just mindless, just shooting. And in any setting, like, there's so many boomer shooters on Steam, if you look it up. I saw this one, it's Cthulhu themed. It's called Forgive Me Father. It's like a boomer shooter, and it's Cthulhu themed. I don't know if you guys like Cthulhu Mythos, H.P. Lovecraft and whatnot, but I do. And I think that shit's badass.
I like the way that this looks.
Yeah, right? That's the way it looks is just like it draws you in, and that's a very good point. A good point. Like you gotta hook them in right away, man, or else they're just gonna swipe to the next 10-second video. You know?
Really quick on this game here, is it like you can aim up and down too, or are you only like?
Most games, most of the newer boomer shooter games, you can aim up and down now. Like, you know, wherever. Like the days of like Doom, where it's just left and right, and if you just you aim at their direction, it'll shoot the bullet up at their direction.
I like to think that should be like a feature. Like if people wanted that, like I don't think that that's a bad thing. For like if people wanted to just lock up and down, you know what I mean, to just get like that really super old school feeling. That would be pretty cool, I think. And I feel like it would add like a level of difficulty to measure, because I remember like for Doom in those cases, like it wasn't enough for them to just be on your screen. You had to be close enough or high enough on a certain elevation for you to actually shoot at them, right? So it required a level of you maneuvering around and having some semblance of like level awareness, right, for where you were. So I feel like that would also play in like if you added difficulty, right? Like just for these types of games, it would be really cool.
I mean, it should be an option with all the games, right? But most of the newer Doomer, these words rhyme, right?
I like the concept of a Doomer shooter, though. That sounds pretty cool. That's no, what game is that?
I know exactly what you're talking about, Gerry.
What game it is?
It's the top down, top down one, right?
Postal.
Hatred,
and then Postal. I think Postal's
yeah,
another
Postal,
one.
yeah, that's the Doomer shooter.
Yeah.
Fuck, man, remember the controversy on that one? I remember. But with some games that, they offer a scope to view what they got to offer with the whole 8-bit, 32-bit wonderness. There's this game called Ion Fury.
Ion Fury is pretty good.
You've heard of that one? Okay, perfect. See, so games like that, they, I would like to see everything, all that it has to offer. And that's just the newer boomer shooters that they got to offer. But, I mean, good games coming up. Turok. I don't know if y'all mentioned Turok last time.
Yeah,
but
Danny's fucking hyped for that shit, dude.
We are raving. We are so back. And it's the same guys who made, maybe you guys mentioned this part, the guys who made World War Z. World War Z borrowed a lot from Left 4 Dead. So I don't know if this is going to be like this timeline of, I'm at a loss of words, but I hope it's a lot like that.
It's not really like a 1-for-1, because I mean, like World War Z is more like over the shoulder, right? I don't think it was like first person like Left 4 Dead was. But I mean, like we, just from what we saw from the gameplay, like, it looks like they're gonna have a lot of different mechanics for like the different types of enemies that we're gonna fight, right? Like it seems like it would be satisfying for you to just use like any type of gun against anything, but more than likely it's gonna be one of those type of games where we're going to like, progressively be introduced to more difficult types of enemies, kind of like how most games are, and we'll probably be introduced to like enemies or like ammunition types that like do those kind of damages to those certain enemies, So like I feel like there's always like a build and shit like that to the way that these things work. I really don't know how the game will be. Like if they're going to be like a build thing to it, like cool. I'm just really in it to kill dinosaurs with my buddies.
I know, right?
And like that shit sounds really awesome.
We need dinosaurs to make a comeback. We really do. And not just Jurassic Park Evolution, dude. Just I want to kill the dinosaurs.
there's like the energy arrows that I saw from the trailer, and I'm like, I just want to fucking beam like one of those little guys, like from way far away, and then bust out one of those like giant quasar cannon type things and shoot a fucking T-Rex.
Did you guys play Exo Primal? Speaking of dinosaurs,
I think Danny did.
I played it with him, and it was cool. We were liking it. I mean, I don't know why it didn't blow up.
The dinosaur horde shooter?
Yeah, the horde game.
It's
yeah.
Gambit, right? I thought it was like Gambit with dinosaurs. It's PvE versus PvP, right? Or like,
yeah.
I really wish. Do you guys remember? Is it Space Marines or something like that? Not Space Marines.
Not Warhammer.
Where they, like fight all like the insects.
You mean Earth Defense Force?
Earth Defense
Force.
Defense Force.
Yeah.
And Earth Defense Force. Yeah. I always liked those types of games too. I always thought that these games were like fun wonky to play with other people. I played one of them like myself. I think I bought like 5 when it was on sale a couple months ago. There is actually a degree of difficulty to this shit that I was not expecting. I can see how like it's popular, but not popular to the extent that it would be if it were like, I want to say less difficult and more like intrinsic on like, I don't know, like being a little bit different than every other iteration of itself. Like, because it's always the same every time. Like, it doesn't really change. I think like the only thing that they add is like weapons.
Yeah, like probably some more monsters or something.
Helldivers.
I want to say like the difference between Helldivers and Earth Defense Force is we have the objectives. Like the objectives are always changing. Not the orders that we get every week, but like the actual types of missions that we get. Like the updates are always adding new types of missions for the operations that we have to do. Then there's a degree of difficulty that we do as well. Between like what's going on in Earth Defense Force, like yeah, that shit is hard, but Helldivers is like I can't like it's not a game where I can sit back. If I'm sitting back, we're playing on like 5 or 6. We're collecting rares and commons. We're just chilling. But if we're playing like 7 all the way to 10, like I'm 10 toes in, dude. Like I'm sitting up. You know what I mean? I'm that fucking meme where like the dude's like laying back and then he sits up, like when he's got the controller in his hand. Like that's definitely how I feel about that game. And like Earth Defense Force, I feel like doesn't really hold a candle to that. I would have really preferred. Maybe I just didn't get that far enough into the game, but like you think for a game that like where you're fighting giant like ants and shit like that, like they'd give you like an opportunity where you can like get a fucking mech suit or something like that. So just something to spice the shit up a little bit. And just as far as I saw, or for what I played, I didn't get any of that, which is kind of a bummer. But Helldivers, you know, you get like the
tanks,
the fucking
mech suit.
You get the mech suit. That's right. We have the vehicle. We have what we do have is we have the anti-tank dispatchment. I'm sorry, the placement cannon. So like the man cannons. Like I think we have that for that one. That one just came out, the anti-tank, and then the heavy machine gun is another one. So those are man cannons that you can use, right? Like it's a game that you can go back to, and like yeah, like it's just such a good game. But yeah, I feel like that's just the main difference for me. It'd be really fucking cool if they start introducing those giant mechs soon, because I remember a couple of months ago, Helldivers first came out and they were still doing like all the data mining. They found like giant, like larger than the heavy units that we already have in the game, super giant units like that we were looking at, and then supposedly they were gonna match it with like giant robots that we were gonna be able to deploy. I don't know if we were gonna be in control of the robots.
Titanfall,
but it was just a really cool concept to me. Yeah, like basically like Titanfall. Like we're talking that level of robot, dude. Like that level of mech. I'm fucking ready, dude. Like if there's a reason that they put 10 there. Like if 10 is where these enemies are gonna spawn, then I'm with it, dude. Like I'll get good just so that I can play the game. You know what I mean?
What about you, Gerry? What game is an honorable mention?
Red Dead.
Red Dead 2?
Red Dead Online.
Red Dead Online?
Yeah, I've just been back in that. What the?
I mean, the online's good, right? I'm sure. You know, I remember hearing, but you corrected me on this. It was hearing that I thought the servers went offline for that thing.
No, they're still going. There's just like a weak push. That's all. I mean, there's really not much going on anymore. It's just like, hey, here's double money on this roll or something like that. But other than that, like, I just like riding my horse and shooting people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shooting real people or NPCs?
What did I say?
Both.
Shooting people?
Yeah.
Both.
No, but I've been playing that, then I've also been playing Call of Duty here and there. I'm back on my Minecraft face, guys.
Back on my Minecraft.
Yup, it's
That's right,
it's
dude.
time, man, and I'm getting pretty far. I already have 20 whole diamonds, so I'm on my way.
Hell yeah, dude. If I join your server, I'm gonna die instantaneously.
That's why you
I have
will not
zero
touch
skill in that
a
game.
thing. You're gonna have to play this shit seriously if you're gonna join that server. Otherwise, we can make it like a creative server. Cause I'm
gonna have to
bro,
make my own
I'm
server.
in it to win it. All right, like I'm sorry, I'm not sorry, dude. I found 2 horses. I'm ready to go.
Oh, you're like, this is the seed right here. This is the fucking
it.
run.
Like this is the fucking run, dude.
This is the fucking run.
I just need to kill that fucking dragon and get my glider, and then I can have fun.
Have you utilized redstone?
Fuck that shit, dude. I need a whole class
No?
for that.
Okay.
I need a college course for that shit because that's the next level. That's
Isn't
so
that
next
crazy?
level. Yeah, dude.
What is it? Engineering? That's
Yeah,
pretty much
literally-
engineering, right?
Literally, like, that's what it is. Yeah, and the fact that they add more things that aren't modded, like it's put in the vanilla version. They added new, like redstone configuration, so it's like some real shit.
That's the thing that always fascinates me about Minecraft. Not only that I yearn for the mines.
I yearn for the.
but
It's not even that. I yearn for exploration, dude. All right.
And the redstone is crazy. There was one time I was playing on my my brother's server. And I was by myself. Nobody was there. I was just building stuff, making everything look nice and whatnot, creating pathways and stuff like that. I get invaded by pillagers.
Oh
I'm like,
yeah,
what?
dude. You got the fucking.
I had to fight
the bad.
all
Yeah, there's
on my own.
So there's a debuff that you get if you kill like a pillager with a fucking a banner.
Like a scout, right?
Yeah, no, with a banner. If you kill him, you get like a bad omen for like 99 minutes and 99 seconds. And when that happens, like you're susceptible to like a raid. Like there's just gonna be a fuck ton of them coming at you, and they come in waves, and they get stronger every wave. If you're like, I think if you're around like villages, they mean business. They
took all my stuff.
Big dog, they come with the heat, bro. They got their own
really
tanks, dude. It's insane, bro.
Dude,
yeah, man. Those big
flashbacks,
fuckers,
man.
bro. Those big fuckers don't give a fuck what you're hiding behind. They will destroy that shit. That's
Man,
what
it
sucks
was-
because like if you have some villagers that are max level, they can die really easily from that.
No, yeah, they all died.
Yeah.
I had like a good 6 villagers. They all died.
Yeah.
And-
Rest in
That
peace,
sucks, dude. I'm
dude.
sorry.
Yeah.
It was crazy because it was like a movie, man.
Yeah.
Like they invaded. It was crazy. It was like a movie. They invaded, and I had to hide.
Yeah.
I had to hide and then dig my way out to safety, and then come back.
You had to dig a hole of China to get
Literally, you have
get
to
away.
dig
Yeah, I
down.
had to
'Cause if you
dig
dig into
away.
a wall, they will fucking find you and they will ram that shit through.
No, but they didn't get to
It's so
the doors. They didn't open doors. I guess they can't open doors. I don't know, but
They break
I
that
had
shit
to dig
down.
my way out. Yes, eventually they do. I had to eventually I had to start sneaking, taking out one by one.
Oh, there you go.
It was crazy. And then I hit up my little brother. I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah, Minecraft.
You
is
didn't
no
tell me
joke, dude.
about the pillagers. Growing up back in I'm gonna get a little nostalgic here, but growing back in the whole 2010s era of the internet and stuff, I kind of would make fun of Minecraft and stuff. But then growing up, you just realize that, oh man, this is actually a really good game.
It is, man.
And did you see that? The original creator, Notch,
Minecraft 2, baby.
Minecraft 2.
But it was a tweet and delete. I don't really want to take that as a confirmation because he deleted the tweet.
He was probably just joking, but it was really funny.
Dude,
though, the whole
it's
time.
crazy. I don't think it's a
I
joke.
saw his Twitter after I looked for that tweet because I didn't believe it was real. And before I saw another source that told me it was deleted, I was looking through his tweets and I was like, yeah, this dude's pretty wild. Yeah, I do hope it comes out though, but I would like to see if there is a Minecraft 2. Is it going to be basically what like one of those games where they have like 10,000 texture packs put on it, so it's like Cube Steve with like flesh over him and stuff like that, you know.
I'm Steve.
Like
Or
Unreal
Jack Black.
Engine 5. Oh my god, if they add like an actual like voice actor to him, so he doesn't just go ooh, he's just like Jack Black like ooh.
The movie. What do you think about the movie though? The Minecraft movie.
I don't. I'm gonna watch it, but I don't think. I'm just gonna let it ride, man. That's all.
You know
I'm
what's
hearing.
crazy? I think there's been YouTube videos that I've already like that look and are probably better than that movie that's gonna be. You guys remember the Telltale Minecraft games?
Oh,
The
yeah.
Minecraft story. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I didn't beat it, but I saw my brother play it, and it was at the time where I was still like making fun of Minecraft too, so I was just kind of like just brushing it off. But yeah, I've been playing Stellar Blade, and I mean, I don't know if you want to get into that conversation, but it's a good game. A lot like Nier Automata. The combat is good. You know, it relies on you deflecting a lot. So for my Sekiro fans, you're gonna love this one. But yeah, I mean, everything else, the loot stuff, and Eve, how she looks, you know, yeah, that's... I don't know if this is the podcast for that, but, you know. I know I'm the Gooner King, but, you know, I can't. You keep it PG.
He keeps it real, dude. And that's the important thing.
Yeah. It's
now, the important thing is, are you using photo mode?
Of course I am.
Did you buy the Nier DLC?
I did, actually, yeah. You know what's crazy about the DLC on that one? It's that I feel like it's an area that's already part of the game. It just unlocks I think it's a level, and costumes. But the way you access the costumes is that you go to the area. It's called the Great Desert, and and when you enter, you're roaming around. Not that long, a car is zipping, and you have to stop the car. So you like shoot it or hit it, and it's the Yoko Taro mask character of Nier. I don't know. I personally didn't beat Nier. I was playing Nier. I was enjoying Nier, and you know what? Actually, after Stellar Blade, I might jump back on that actually, because since I already played one Nier, I might as well go play the original where it's based off of. But then there's the So once you stop him, he has all the costumes, but to access the costumes, you have to get certain collectibles to unlock the costume. So it's actually some work.
You gotta grind for the goon.
You gotta grind for the goon, guys.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first Descendant right there.
Oh yeah, I know
Or
all about
Warframe.
that. Yeah.
That's a good game. I've been, I took your guys' advice. I downloaded the audiobook of, oh man, The Eyes of the World.
Ooh,
Right? What's it called again?
You did?
Yeah.
Wheel of Time?
Wheel of Time. There you go. Wheel of Time.
Yeah, buddy. That's what's up.
It's cause an Audible. I think I don't know if you guys have Prime accounts. I have a Prime account. You can do like a subscription thing, and every month
You get some credits. You get that credit.
you get credits.
Yeah,
Yes, you know about this. And you know, I think it's great. I think they do this really well because I'm not on this app all the time, but when I am, usually when I'm driving, commuting.
Bro, tell me, have you started it?
I have. I'm in chapter.
How good Michael Kramer feels in your ear.
Yes. Bran, we must find the Lord of the Rings.
You are a fool, Luzaran. You will bow.
I do like the voice of the guy.
Yeah.
I'm not far in. If anything, I'm actually kind of really glad you guys recommended me to jump on in this, because now I'm actually picking up the love for reading again. I'm actually reading another book on the side, physically reading with my brain.
Hey, me too. I'm reading Elantris right now, physically, actually reading it. Me and Danny started it actually. It's the next in line for the Brandon Sanderson. I don't know. He was waiting for me to start like a fucking cute little chump. So I'm like, yo, let's go. Of course, that dude is ahead of me.
It is cute that he waited for you.
Yeah,
he didn't really wait for you, but I mean.
No, he took off. Like I don't read that much. I'm barely on maybe like chapter 5. But I saw this dude on chapter 10 already, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? But I get it. This dude reads fucking like stupid fast, right? Somehow.
I feel like it's more he's well into reading already. Like he's just used to that. right? I mean, it's the same thing myself.
To be honest, this was a test. This is kind of a test run to me to see whether or not I can read other stuff like physically. But so far, I think I'm doing pretty good. I just need to make a little bit more time.
Yeah, like a habit for it, for sure. Me too. I'm trying to pick up on the habit, but what's great about it is that when you start and you finish a chapter, it depends on the book, right?
Right.
You just want to keep going.
Yeah.
Like, there's this book. We just turned into a book club podcast. Here we go.
We have been, buddy. Welcome to the
hell
club.
yeah. I'm reading something called the. You guys. I've known you guys for a long time. I'm reading something called Empire of the Vampire. Dark fantasy. It's a lot like Castlevania, a little bit. Think of Castlevania and Interview with a Vampire mixed together, because the story is told in a past tense. You're basically, it's going through the life of Gabriel de Leon, and he's basically talking to. It starts at the end of what seems like the end of the story. And
I can see why you say Interview like with a Vampire, because that's just literally what it reminds me of.
And he's just telling a story of how he a world full of vampires, but there's also a holy guard.
Have you read Vampire Hunter? Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter? I feel like you have.
It's a literature book, or what is it?
It's a,
oh my god,
it's a fiction. But yeah, have you read
Do
it?
you still have that book, Gerry?
I don't know, dude. Somebody
movie.
fucking took it. I don't remember who. No, the book it was based off was pretty good, dude. It just shows Abraham Lincoln Van Helsing style, you know.
It's
fucking awesome, man. They took out a lot that was in the movie from the books, they took out a lot, but it was great, man. I loved it. You should probably look for that since you like vampire stuff.
I love vampires.
It should be on the watch list. It should be on the movie watch list.
I watched the movie. I want to rewatch it again though. I have I love vampire books. A must, and I do have it. Interview with the Vampire, but it's actually called The Vampire Chronicles by Anne Rice. You remember the movie Queen of the Dam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deftones. I watched it. I got this Barnes and Noble edition here, but it comes with the Interview with the Vampire, which as we've seen the movie, and I hope we've seen the movie. It's telling the story from a present, future tense, but it comes with Interview with the Vampire, Lestat, and then Queen of the Damned. Big huge book. I'm actually glad I found this, and it looks nice too. It has it's a hardcover, but it looks gothic, and the bookmark, the little ribbon bookmark it comes with is red. Yeah, great books. I'm having fun with this one. Very action, like I said, dark fantasy. In fact, I've been reading, audiobooking, Halo. Halo books? Halo, yes. There's a lot of Halo books. There is a lot of them.
Like, how big are these books? Are they novels? Like light novels?
Oh, yeah, they're novels. They are novels. A lot of them are like origin, expanding the universe, side stories, origin stories. It's a lot. And, they've been making books for Halo since the first game, like back in 2000. I'm currently reading one called, or audiobooking one called, Contact Harvest. And I don't know if you guys played Halo. Do you remember the character Sergeant Johnson?
Yeah, I remember him. Yeah, I do.
It's an origin story about him. I'm not so far into it, but in the Halo lore, Halo universe, it's before they meet or they run into the Covenant, the aliens, right? The bad guys. Torch. Mm-hmm. It's actually insurrectionist civil war in the games. So they're actually going against each other because of civil unrest. People are mad at the government in the game, in the universe of Halo. So that makes kind of sense, and it's just about Sergeant Johnson's side of the story. And I mean, I don't know how many video. Have you guys ever read any video game adaptation books?
I don't know if it's adaptation. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I read the Metal Gear Solid series novelization. Okay. Yeah, it was pretty good, 1-for-1. The first book was about Snake getting into Shadow Moses, and then Metal Gear Solid 2's novel was Raymond Benson,
Sons of Liberty.
And then Sons of Liberty. This pretty much just the game, pretty well written. I liked it.
I don't know if it counts, but I have actually the book that Parasite Eve is based off of.
Nice.
The same name.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah, I think it's actually Adams, but like, you know, we just always end up with some of his stuff.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I have his book.
I had no idea that was.
Oh yeah, dude, it's pretty yeah, it's pretty good. I read a good chunk of it before like I got sidetracked, but what I read and from what I've played of the game, it definitely gets a lot into like cellular structure. So like there's like a lot of biology involved. So like I don't know, like I think it's like a good thing like we're already past the point of high school level for you to like kind of get into these kind of things.
Yep.
Because like cool, like playing Resident Evil when you're a kid, and it's just like sure you can learn how to use a gun and shoot and stuff like that, but like you're gonna get into the books and then like all of a sudden they're gonna talk about like how Spencer was creating the T virus and like a whole chapter about how that biology shit works, and you're gonna be like I don't give a fuck about this.
Growing up, you actually kind of are curious how that would work since we have a better understanding of the world. Yeah, I mean, I'd be interested in learning how the virus works, down to the molecular level.
There is an age where you reach, like, the curiosity for, like, you wanting to do all of that, Like, I definitely remember, like, I wouldn't say it was my middle school era, but definitely, like, freshman or sophomore era, I would stay up pretty often, like, just looking at Wikipedia articles for, like, all sorts of different shit all the time. I definitely know where you're coming from with that, Julian. I just don't think like it happened for me like at a really young age in my childhood until I got into high school.
Nothing Resident Evil got shown recently in the Game Awards too. Here we're being told that it might be Resident Evil 5 remake or Resident Evil 9. I mean, I guess I'll take both. If we're gonna play Resident Evil 5 remake again, then big controversial thing. You know what? I'm be real with you. I hope they keep it.
You don't want them to do another 5?
No, I would like a remake of 5. I think it's been long enough, I guess. But the thing is about Resident Evil, I was skeptical at first because the original is just great. It's already a solid 10 out of 10, and the remake is fantastic too. Don't get me wrong. Sure, the story things are a little different here and there, but with the DLC, it actually comes full circle. Things that the base game of the remake didn't show that we would know from the original game. You have to get the DLC.
You're talking about the Ada DLC?
Yeah, the Ada DLC.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they expanded on that DLC for the new game, right? It's not like the original DLC from before. There's more to it, I thought.
It was a tough one, because I don't know if there's like a boss, and I just couldn't get through it, man. It was so hard. But the thing with that, Resident Evil 5 is a solid game. And what's crazy about these new ones? I don't think Wesker has been mentioned enough for the remake games. So I think Wesker would have to be like I know he's the main villain, but man, he would have to have a lot of screen time. Because they haven't made a remake of Resident Evil 1. They kind of just skipped that. But
they made the what was it, the HD? I don't know if it was a remaster, but I know that they made it like an
those
HD version.
the Zero and the Resident Evil 1 first one.
I think that the point was that they updated it so that they didn't necessarily have tank controls. Like you can use them
those.
with like a kind of a new style.
I've played those. They're fun.
I agree with you. Like they could do the remaster and kind of go in the other direction and start over from the beginning. Who knows if they plan on doing a 9 because a 9 would make more sense. I just don't know if it's gonna follow the Ethan. I think that's his name. The character from 7 and 8 because I thought like with the
Ethan
DLC
Winters.
and everything like that. Thank you, Ethan Winters. Like I thought all of that was like said and done by the end of his DLC, and you were just like his daughter or something like that. So, I don't know. That would be kind of cool. I think my take on it would be if we went back in the remaster direction and either remaster 5. I hope that they do new content. Like I would like to see like a Shiva DLC about what happened to Shiva, or like if it's before Chris, kind of like how you know how like Chris and Jill had like the DLC in the castle and the mansion, right? Like if Shiva had one with the dude who drives the helicopter, you know, Josh.
Yes, yeah. Well, there's two DLCs for 4 or 5. One of them was the one you mentioned, and the other, well, it doesn't really have to. I get what you mean. Yes, for certain characters, but there's another one with Jill and the Josh character. Yeah, see, and just talking about it, I'm just remembering everything, flashbacks, and it's like, man, Resident Evil 5 was a solid game.
Yeah, dude, it was great. I loved it, and like the costumes that you can get for Shiva too, like it was great.
But yes, they were great. A lot of great costumes in that. I remember like what was Mad Max Chris and Zebra Chris.
Yeah, the zebra print.
Yeah, so let's hope. Mate, you guys remember? You remember like the beta alpha trailer for those games? Did you ever watch those? No, you should try to watch them because they are different from what we got for Resident Evil 5. And it was gonna be more like hand-to-hand combat. It was pretty cool. Not hand-to-hand combat, but it was more crowds, more enemies. In you'd be fighting way more enemies at once, because that's how I was introduced to them. I was a big Capcom nerd. Well, not really, because I just really like Dead Rising. That's why. And
did you get the remaster?
I know what you're talking about, and I have not. I do plan on getting it, but at the same time, I'm in no rush because it's. I watched reviews and everything, and it's just the same game. I'm like, all right, with better
it is. Yeah, it is quite literally the same. It's got quality of life updates and stuff like that too, but nothing that you can't really can't wait out on when it gets to a good sale.
I'm just like, okay, well, I played it so many times, I beat it so many times, so I know what to expect. Now, if they were to remake or remaster the second one, that's when I would probably get day one. And it's also been long enough for that too. What about you, Gerry? What's your favorite zombie thing?
Zombies
in general?
Oh, my bad. On Call of Duty, the new one's pretty good.
I heard.
Yeah, I still haven't played the new maps yet because I'm waiting to play with a friend, but I keep fucking hopping on online, and for some reason, I open Call of Duty and then bam, I'm on offline mode in Red Dead, so it's crazy. But yeah,
so how'd that happen?
Yeah, so I'm just I don't know, but every time I've been playing zombies, I've been having a great time with that. I just haven't been playing Call of Duty in a while, since before the holidays. So no, it's fun. Any other zombie things? I don't know. Not really. My life hasn't had much of a zombie influence in some time besides that game. So I don't know. Yeah, not really. Minecraft, does it count again? Talking about Minecraft again?
Yeah, because there's zombies in Minecraft.
There are special mobs of zombies too, right? I've seen zombies.
Yeah, if a zombie's underwater, they turn into drown.
Yeah. See, in Minecraft too, they need to do more of that.
The last zombie game I was really into was Back 4 Blood.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
And I really hope that game gets a sequel. In all honesty, because that was a great game.
It was good, but the cards, I don't know, man.
I think that they can make the card system better. Some of those cards really kind of especially with the difficulty.
Yeah.
Really made the game kind of wonky at times, but at other times, with proper research, the build potential for those games were so fun, dude. I went ham on the melee build in that fucking game. It was crazy. I just loved going at anybody with the fucking machete. But yeah, man, I mean that. To me, it was just like a party version of Left 4 Dead, where they had all the modifiers and stuff like that, and you can do things add incendiaries and stuff like that. So it was to me, it was okay, this is cool. It still has to me the best of both worlds, right? And we're just getting the best of what we can get at this time. But I feel it did a lot of success. So at some point, I'd hope to see something like that, or even a sequel. and whatever kind of improvements they can do to that card system. Because, yeah, that shit was definitely not easy. Still got the plot, though.
That's all that matters.
I didn't really play Back for Blood. I played it for a little bit, and I just want to try it. I was liking it, but then, obviously, I'm gonna go back to play Left 4 Dead, so. But like you said, it seemed like a party one.
Yeah. Speaking of zombies, you guys reading Chainsaw Man? Anybody?
No.
Oh, yes, sir. I'm all caught up.
Sorry, no.
Yeah, that shit's crazy right now. What's happening? He's just fucking eating everybody inside the demon. So he vomits up the actual contractors to that demon. So I don't know what the fuck is happening, dude. He's just doing this shit. So I'm here for it.
He found a loophole.
He found a loophole, yeah.
Denji is actually a lawyer, and he doesn't even know it.
Denji be Denji.
Do you read Chainsaw Man, Julian?
No, I don't. One thing I will want to know is what's her name? The one that has him in control?
Makima?
She hasn't been around in ages, dude.
I was gonna say she's still like heavily involved.
No. I mean, in a technicality point, not really. Like you can say that she does get mentioned in the story, but after a certain point, she's just an arc. Let me put it to you like that. She's just an arc.
Okay.
So like, they are releasing the movie.
Yeah, they're pulling a Demon Slayer.
The Reze arc. Remember the bomb chick?
Yeah.
The bomb chick.
Yeah, the bomb chick. Yeah, but
we're getting to the good stuff now.
Yeah, man, we're gonna see where
Denji. The one with the eye patch?
Yeah, no, but I like where your head is at though, because she's cool too.
Okay.
But no, it's the one that explodes.
One that explodes.
You probably did not get that far because he said he didn't read it.
Okay.
So he wouldn't be aware.
Well,
But just let me put it to you like this: this next girl that we're talking about, the one that's going to be in the movie, she is like top 5.
Top 5.
Absolutely,
I would say top 3,
balls
bro.
to the wall. She's top 5.
Top 5 waifus.
Get ready, bro. This is where Denji becomes a man. Fuck all that Makima bullshit. Real ones know it's about Reze.
I hate how you didn't even mention Power, not once. I hate you.
It's all good, man. Power.
Doesn't she smell or something?
Bro, Power is more of a bro, alright?
Power, yeah, exactly, dude.
Power farts when you're in the room, dude. Which is fucking epic.
What was the other dude's name? Aki?
I don't know, man. I don't care. Anyway, Chainsaw Man coming out 2025 this year. Let's go. I hope you guys are ready.
I watched all the Dragon Ball Super movies on theaters. Man, that's an experience. That's great.
One Piece movies.
I have not watched One Piece because
you are some word I don't want to say.
I'm watching
right now.
One Piece right now, Julian.
Oh, you're watching it?
Yep, I'm watching it in English, buddy.
There's time. You can make time for everything, right? And I should make time for it.
I would say watch the English dub. So even if you can't pay like full attention to it, you can at least hear it.
I don't expect for you to catch up within the week.
No.
You can at this point, dude. You can pick up on any arc, like past Water 7, and you'll be fine. Like if you want to skip all the bullshit, they're all friends already. Just like go to the next. In fact, if you want to skip all the bullshit, dude, just skip straight past to the 2-year arc when they come back. Or you know what? No, hit that arc when they're all getting their asses reamed, and then just do the whole fucking the 2-year arc where they're all just you're just checking in on each crewmate. And then from there, just watch it, all right? Because that's where shit gets real.
Yep. I would say if you guys have a guide.
I just told you what it is. Just the 2-year.
Yeah, but no, what season is that?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Oh, it's not a season. It's oh, you're talking about because you want to watch it?
It's New World.
Yeah. New
World. I would say it's
Piece,
probably around. Try like the 800s or the 900s.
Yeah. Once you hit the Shabodi Archipelago, that's where it gets real.
Shabodi Archipelago. That's the island he's talking about.
Yeah, buddy.
But I remember, Thriller Bark was like the 700s.
Fuck, yeah.
So I think the Subodhi was right after that.
But at that point, you can pick and choose where you want to go once you realize. Because honestly, you don't have to like start over.
I'm gonna stop you right there for a
dude,
second.
A real ass nerd like Danny will start over, and just like watch it all the way through. But like honestly, you can. That's literally what the movies are, though, Oscar. Like it picks and chooses certain points in the arcs, especially the ones the earlier movies. It picks and chooses arcs and then rehashes that, but with other certain characters. Like you can't tell me that's a crazy idea when they have the movies out like that.
Are you just talking about Drum Island?
Yeah, like Drum Island and the Romance Dawn as well. I think is Romance Dawn. I don't remember, but yeah, the Drum Island one where they have fucking Frankie for some reason is a part of it. Come on, dude.
That's a sad movie though. It's a good movie.
Yeah, but you can choose. That's what I'm saying. Like you can, what you get the gist, then you can go back and see what's significant to what character. You know, like you can visit Sanji in 2 different spots. You can visit Robin in 2 different spots.
Okay, all I'm saying is like when you say that you can pick things up at Water 7 or like at any point, I just feel like you say cut the bullshit, and the bullshit in its entirety is literally the plot for the fucking show.
It's the whole thing, yeah.
Like, it's the whole fucking thing, dude. Like the whole.
That's why I'm saying like just like if you're not in it like Die Hard. If you're really in a Die Hard, you will watch it. No questions asked from beginning to end. That's just it. That's just the fucking fact of the matter.
I had to ask myself this question the last time we were doing the recording, and I've kind of been asking myself this question since. But do you even remember how you got into One Piece?
Yeah.
Like how what would like the actual point? Like you went from casual to just all in.
Yeah, high school.
Right.
Yep.
For me, it's like going through One Piece again and watching it in English. I've seen it mentioned a few times on Twitter and Instagram, but it's like it's a meme basically where it's like if you put enough time into the fucking show, if you've seen 80 episodes already, if you've already seen 400 episodes, by that point you're already locked in, no matter how frequently you're watching it or not. I don't know, Julian. I would say like watch it in English. That would be my my suggestion to you, because
you're gonna be doing something else, so you don't have to have your full.
Yeah, you'll have something else in the back there, but you can listen to it at least, right?
Yeah,
you can hear the shit the way that it's going, and it's all good. And there's gonna be a point where you'll probably just start paying more attention to One Piece. You know what? And at that point, you're gonna be like, all right, like now I'm finally at X arc, right? As soon as you get to Reverse Mountain and you meet Laboon, right? Because that pretty much starts Alabasta,
starts Brooks'
right?
arc
Like,
too. His whole story arc.
Yeah,
but you don't even know that yet.
Brooke.
My bad.
It's so fucking good, dude. The tie-ins, bro. Tie-ins are so good.
This dude thought of everything. We're not even joking, Julian. This guy like went into the future, grabbed his own fucking shit, and came back and used that.
The motherfucking goat Oda, dude. So good.
He went into his own future, grabbed the story he already made just to come back to the past and make it.
That sounds fucking out of the box. But no, okay, yeah. I mean,
this man thought of everything, Julian.
I'm just so. I would say I'm bad at staying with TV shows.
That's also another thing. There is a lot, man.
There is a lot, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, again, it's just finding the time to do it, and you know, honestly, if it keeps me from doom scrolling, bro,
just watch One Piece.
I'm gonna give it a shot.
Yeah, that's it, man.
I'm gonna give it a shot. Yeah.
Or if not, just watch the movies. You know, those are a good time as well.
I always see the trailers for the movies.
They're good. They're really good.
And you know, it's funny. I asked my sister's boyfriend here, and I tell him, "Hey, can I just watch the movies without watching the show?" He's like, "No, bro, you're not gonna understand."
Dude, he can.
Like,
that's a fucking lie,
bro. He
dude.
can eat a devil fruit and go swim, bro. Like he's gonna be. You're gonna be fine. All you have to know, you already know the gist of it. These dudes are on fucking trying to find the One Piece just to get Luffy King of the Pirates. That's it, dude.
The only thing that you probably won't understand is just what level of power that they have.
Oh
and what
yeah,
moves
the
that
power
they have.
scaling is probably ridiculous.
But
okay.
Yeah,
that's the only thing that pretty much sticks. Aside from, I think it's movie 10. Movie 10 is the only one that makes a difference, and that's the one with Shiki. I think.
Yeah. Movie 10 does bring in a lot of like advanced techniques used in the manga.
Well, movie 10 also implies that you've seen, know, or have read Impel Down.
Yeah, that you pretty much that you're up to date to, Impel Down.
But aside from all of that, like I said, it's like it's just like to your own enjoyment, to your own pleasure, and you can do it at your own leisure. Me and my wife, we watch probably like 3 episodes a night. When we got our days off, that's when we're binging it. But sometimes, like when we're nodding off or whatever, we'll put something else on, right, and get back to it when we're ready to pay attention. I think we're like on episode 109 or something like that. So we're basically at Alabasta at this point. We already met Ace. All this good stuff is happening. I gotta say though, like the English voice actors, they kind of catch me off guard sometimes. Like I didn't expect like the way that Ace sounds in English, and he sounds like a kind of like a gruff old man, like a gruff guy. And I was like, man, like you'd think for a guy who's technically like what I think he's like 19, like you'd sound like a lot younger.
Really,
but it's fine.
Really, out of everything in One Piece,
yeah.
That's the thing that you're like, that's kind of weird.
That's the one gripe.
For
the English dub, that's a gripe, yeah. I'm not talking about like the actual series in general. I'm talking about like the
I'm
dub.
heavily judging your gripe right now. Anyway, yeah, the fucking dude, you want to see some shit, Julian? Bro, movie 6.
Movie 6, okay.
That's such a good movie. It's always my favorite.
The director for that movie made the Digimon movie.
Oh man.
And it's some real shit too. So like you want to see some actual loyalty within the crew and stuff like that put to the test. Like that's a good one, man. There's a bunch of them are good. You can't miss it. Like honestly, dude,
just get on Crunchyroll.
Yeah, I used to have a Crunchyroll account. I don't mind. I guess I don't mind having an. I think I
think it's on Hulu too. I don't know if they're. I know that the full show is on Crunchyroll from what I've seen. But I don't know where it leaves off at on Hulu.
Once I realized that you can watch the shit for free on some sketchy ass site that will download every single common virus you can.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, oh my god, the binge became real at that point, dog.
I was watching One Piece like a goddamn 8-hour shift, bro. Like I was working through those middle school and high school summers. I was putting in that fucking OT catching up to One Piece, man. It was a good time.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to watch it.
I've been watching Vivi. It's this anime about an AI who goes back in time to save the world from an AI apocalypse.
So the Terminator?
Dude, I don't know anymore. No, it's Hatsune Miku travels back in time and fights other AIs. It's fucking awesome, man.
How do you spell it? V-I-V-I?
V-I-V-Y. Fucking awesome is what it is. It's like the animation is crisp. It's not too ecchi for my taste, which is awesome. Like she's a badass who just fucking trying to figure out what it means to put her heart into some things. Throughout the anime, she goes through experiences, and it's a great time, man. That's definitely one I would recommend watching because it was recommended to me by our friend. It's been pretty great, bro.
What's it on Netflix?
I don't know. I'm watching it somewhere else.
It's on Crunchyroll.
It's 13 episodes.
Oh, it's short.
Yeah,
okay, good.
And so where I got it from, I saw like a preview episode where it pretty much just showed the entire anime, and it's like condensed into 30 minutes. Even still, like watching through all that and seeing all the spoilers, even still, like I was still
hooked.
Yeah, like the animation drew me in, but then I was actually fucking caught off guard by some twists in the story. So it actually I was captivated, bro. The last episode, it was so good. The last episode, I had to let the intro run. Then I had to listen to it, and it's perfect, dude. Intro's pretty good. Honestly, 9 out of 10 anime. My only gripe is like it's not longer, but it's wrapping up really nicely. I'm not done yet. I have like 15 minutes left of the last episode, but it's really good. I just don't want it to end. It's like remember when I discovered Black Rock Shooter in high school? This is what I wish that was, because honestly, Black Rock Shooter's kind of lame. They're just cool concept, but I don't get it.
Isn't that Rock Miku, like rock and roll Miku?
Rock? I don't know, dude.
It's like sniper Miku,
sniper
with,
emo
like, the
Miku,
large black gun.
Okay, but I think I remember hearing that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Back when we were on our PSP grind and like all of those like.
Oh,
yeah.
Man.
Fucking
Vivi's where it's at though. I fucking love Vivi. Yeah, I just wanted some obscure anime that only had maybe like one season that was pretty good. Maybe some fight scenes. I think that's what I asked a friend about, and he's like, "Yo, watch this."
So what is it that you're looking for besides obscure exactly?
One season, pretty good. So nothing so where I have to get too invested. Like this one is actually like I was watching this one dubbed, and the voice acting was pretty good. But even still, like I was captivated. Like it caught my attention. I wasn't doing anything else but besides watching it. Like crisp fight scenes. That's what I'm looking for. Nothing too where it's like too overpowered, like DBZ Kamehameha waves and shit. Where it's just hand-to-hand combat and each strike is animated crisp. You know, like the maximum amount of frames used to fucking, I don't know, man, just back and forth like fist flying. I love that shit. Instead of like, I don't know, man. I never saw Baki, but I'm just assuming right now that it's like just impact frames. That's it. Whereas I need like actual CQC style shit.
Did you ever see the animation for Ippo?
No.
Well, I think I was watching that one a little bit, but I was enjoying it.
I think that they had like maybe 2 or 3 seasons worth of episodes, so that's probably like 70 or so. But obviously, it's not the entire series because the series kept going. But I from what I remember, like because I was watching it like in the background, like the animation for those kind of fights are crisp. That's like pretty much if you want to be into like a sports anime, wanting to watch boxing for the fuck of it, because it does like kind of go into boxing and like a lot of like rules about boxing.
No, it's not like that.
Fucking round. But you just want like fighting like for the sake
Actual
of fighting.
fighting. Boxing is alright, but it's not what I'm talking about. Like it's showing frame by frame each movement and shit like that. But I'm talking like full body contact, legs flying, punches flying, no slow mo bullshit, no close up shots, just the whole fight in one like movement.
What about Darker Than Black? That's kind of what this reminds me of. But that's an older one. And it's like 2 or 3 seasons.
Oh, this one's a good one. This one's so good.
Why do I feel like I've seen this before? I feel like I've seen this before, Jerry. Like this.
This is some Ghost
either
Shell
I didn't watch it, or maybe I
this one it is. It takes place over like
this
whole anime takes place over like hundreds of years. So it gets AI gets like more advanced the more time goes on.
Definitely Ghost vibes. Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, I kind of see it, but a lot less noir.
Oh,
have you seen Afro Samurai?
Yeah, Afro Samurai is pretty good. Yeah,
that's a good example.
Yeah, and like the Samurai Champloo stuff. Whenever
Cowboy Bebop does that too.
Yeah, looking when Spike does the hand stuff. Oh, honestly, I think I'm getting into Naruto just to see the fights now for the anime. Because when it was when it's shit like this, especially Shippuden, where they do like the animation style is different, and everything gets more like not monotone, but like the colors get more drab, where it shows it's something intense and serious. I'm talking about like the characters are like kind of on the sepia filter, but everything else is like just.
I feel like it's all a shade of blue and gray. Blue and grays in the scene. That's why I kind of say monochromatic, you know. But I definitely see what you're talking about. Like all of this animation was definitely because this is like the end of the show.
That's where they saved up for, the big good budget stuff. Like when they I keep going back to budget, where if they put it into the good areas instead of like just fucking the female waifu of the anime sitting down, and they used like fucking 30% of their budget on just them sitting down. I'm like, come on, guys, just like Frieren. There's some parts where you see Fern sit down. I'm like, you really didn't need to spend that much money doing that. Frieren with the magic stuff, like at the end of the season, it was pretty animated pretty well. The next season for One Punch Man, that's what I'm waiting for too, because it's gonna show some bomb ass fights between him and Garo.
Yes, Jerry. I read pretty far.
It's gonna be fucking sweet, Julian.
I read farther than whatever the second season left off.
Yeah, dude, me too. Right, I'm at the Neo Heroes right now.
I can't even imagine what it's like now. Were they still fighting? Actually, never mind. No, it's probably long gone. I remember the last thing I read of One Punch Man was they were fighting something big.
Oh, the Monster Association. Yeah, they're
and that one,
I think that might be the season 2, no? Or it might be coming. No. It might be coming up actually. It might be the new season coming up. Yeah, with the Monster King. I think he was the Monster Emperor or something like that.
That's what I read, and I think it was after that other psychic girl,
Fubuki.
The other, I think, or
Psychos.
The other one. I think it was after she went Super Saiyan or whatever.
Was it after?
I want to say I stopped after that or before that.
Okay, yeah, that might be in the next season, man. Honestly, I just realized now I need a Metal Gear Solid 3 anime because the amount of fights in that would be amazing, man. Oh my god, I need that so hard. I just hate that it's so long because there's no way in hell the whole thing will be animated. I need that kind of shit, but with the look as an anime. Like if it catches up pretty far, dude.
You read manga, Julian?
I was watching the Lookism anime, but no, I don't really read them.
I really can't follow that fucker. You were watching it on Netflix, right?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I was watching that one too. I can barely follow that one, to be honest with you.
I only remember it was the guy singing.
Because I think what the series goes up to the point where like Daniel gets scouted into like the agency, and then like he gets Duke. Duke is like this fat kid, but he wants to be a rapper. And then way later, none of that shit matters. Let me tell you.
What I've heard, how you guys talk about it, yeah, I heard it just doesn't matter.
In your browser here, look up Windbreaker.
God damn it, dude. On YouTube?
I feel like this would be something. Yeah, I feel like this would be something that you would like.
The last anime I watched was the Rising of the Shield Hero. I think that was the last one.
Oh, I was watching that too, and I don't know what happened to that show because like the 3rd season came out, and then they only did like 6 episodes, and then they stopped. I never even bothered to look it up. I'm gonna look it up now. Oh shoot! I guess season 4 is coming out. It says it's coming out March 25th. Season 4.
Oh, okay, there you go.
I'm ready for Metal Gear, guys. I don't know about you guys. I'm ready for it. I'm trying to watch the complete timeline. What you need to know.
6 hours and 7 minutes. Put it in the chat. Put it in the Discord.
I need to show my dad this. Yeah, my dad wants to get back in, but it's just so many things and so many games, man. Like it even starts from like the Metal Gear series from way back in the day, and it goes through like Metal Gear Acid, Portable Ops, post Portable Ops.
Dude, I watched a summary, video essay summary, whatever, on Metal Gear Acid. That shit is crazy.
Metal Gear Acid?
Mm-hmm. It was like for
bro,
PSP.
It was like you don't even know about Metal Gear Acid, bro. That's a fucking tactics, dude. That's like a card-based tactics game.
There you go. Yeah. It was like XCOM.
Big dog. You don't even. Oh, God. But like the Metal Gear in that game was like something else too, man. Oh my god, bro. I kind of want to go back and play Peace Walker again, man. I think Portable Ops came first, if I'm not mistaken. Then Peace Walker, and Peace Walker was the last game we got with Big Boss.
So before we go, we did get some questions from the boy Mark. In case you'd like to send some questions yourself so we can review and answer them, you can send them at unversedpodcast@gmail.com. His first question: what did you guys get for Christmas? Shoot, I didn't really get a big haul myself this year. I'm more of a giver than a receiver, I guess. I bought myself Monster Hunter Wilds, and I bought the DLC for Tekken 8, and that's pretty much what I bought for myself. My wife got me the collaboration of Puma and One Piece. So, yeah, I don't know if you've seen it, but they're fucking sick, dude. They're 4 different pair of shoes. They're each themed with a different pirate. So there's a Blackbeard, there's a Shanks, there's a Buggy, and then there's Luffy. But Luffy is like in his Gear 5. So I don't know if you've seen it, but it's like an all white version of Luffy. It's really sick, dude. All the material for him are like suede and leather for the Blackbeard one. So it's pretty cool. I think the ones that look the coolest are probably the Shanks one. Like I just think that they look sick. In all honesty, like the Buggy ones, I feel like were my favorite. I said the Shanks ones were my favorite, but what I mean by that is like I think the Buggy ones look like the most interesting with the blue and orange, like because those are my 2 favorite colors. But when I look at the design for the Shanks shoe, like it's got like his scars across his face and like all of the little all the like little designs from his outfit, stuff like that. It's got it's got all of their Jolly Rogers on them, and I think on the inside of the tongue, underneath the tongue, like normally where it shows like the shoe size and stuff like that, it's got their fruits for Luffy, Buggy, and Blackbeard. So you can see what like their devil fruit looks like. But Shanks doesn't have a devil fruit, so for him it's just like I think it's like, I have to look again, but I believe it was like his bounty or like his Jolly Roger. I don't remember. But yeah, they're really cool, man.
I got a controller. I think we decided today, actually just today, that we're gonna end up doing like Secret Santa every time we have a lot of people over, because we're all dying because I myself, I don't buy good presents, so their presents is already, it's my present, and that's all I want, you know. But I end up getting gifts anyway, and I feel bad not getting stuff for people who are coming over. And it's usually like a gamble who ends up coming over, and it's like, it's really not about who, it's about like another person is added to the party, which means that's the person that's not getting a gift, and I want everybody to get something. So we end up, I think we're just gonna end up buying each other gifts, like in the immediate family, and then just like Secret Santa the rest, you know, like buy a random maybe speaker or like some wine or some shit. I ended up getting a new controller, but my stubborn ass doesn't want to let go of the old one yet, so I'm still dealing with stick drift. I feel like I've gotten a lot of stuff over the past years, and it's all like gathered up. Like I've recently cleaned my closet, and I realized I have a bunch of stuff that I have never used, and a lot of them were presents. So it's like, I don't know, like, I appreciate it all, and I love everything about like the moment we're in, but like a lot of the stuff just ends up not getting used, so I have to like declutter and stuff. That said, I feel like I don't want other people to feel that way about me, so like I'd rather get you something for like a specific place, and then you go ham on that place. I also feel like that shit's fucking rude because it makes you seem like you don't care about that person. Yeah. Like, you don't care about the person.
I mean, I could
like something else. You know?
I can understand that gesture too, but I'm more inclined to agree with you just based off how well they know you.
We did a Secret Santa for our friend group, and I got my sister's boyfriend. I got him a nice Nightmare Before Christmas sweater. Really suits him. It's black and white, and it has some like silver studding on it. It's really nice. It came out really nice from Box Lunch. I bought it from Box Lunch. So I know it was like a Secret Santa, but I went out of my way to go purchase more gifts for everybody else. I got like my sister's some Harry Potter Hufflepuff like pajama pants. Oh, and I got my friend a Hatsune Miku shirt. That was pretty good. And he liked it. I got a Godzilla shirt. Really nice Godzilla shirt. I got the movie Long Legs. Have you guys seen that movie?
The spiders?
It's about spiders, right?
Long Legs? No, it came out last year. It's kind of like
Oh, no, I haven't seen it, but I've heard about it.
Yeah. You know, I love Nicolas Cage. I'm glad it was a gift to me. And then I got a little Godzilla keychain, too. So we had to put, like, this wish list in our Secret Santa online. I think you could do that. It's like an online thing. And I put Nickelback on there, and they got me Nickelback on vinyl. All the Right Reasons, that album, which is the album with, look at this photograph.
So, Mark has one more question. Since a lot of games are getting sequels 10 to 20 years later, we have games like Devil May Cry 5 and Okami 2. What is a game that has been announced or hasn't been announced yet that you hope they improve on something, and why? It could be something like the story, the pacing, the game mechanics, etc. Mark says he hopes that for Okami 2, that it isn't as long as the first game.
Sly Cooper 5. We can totally get a Jak and Daxter, a new Jak and Daxter. But honestly, the game just, it wraps up, right? I know I'm talking nostalgia, but speaking of, I just mentioned it, another Soul Reaver game. We should get another Soul Reaver game. That's something I would love for it to be announced. And I'm hopeful for now that with the remaster that came out, that enough money was put into it and hopefully we can get something in the future. And the reception is good. I know it's going to be good because there's a lot of fans that would want more out of the world because it's a big world, a universe that is created in the Legacy of Kain, and there's just so much more that could be expanded upon.
Literally every game that I played that I liked, it's like wrapped up nicely. If not, it has a sequel, but like there's a bunch that's already being remade. Like we just saw Metal Gear Delta. Yeah, but like to revisit that would be pretty nice.
Man, I think about a lot of like old school handheld games, like games that I wish that they could bring back in like those kind of facets. I think like a lot of the best games that I spent like my time playing were like the handheld games, like on Game Boy and PSP. I would like if they like did a lot of remasters into these kind of games. I remember I was super into like the RPGs that they had in on the Game Boy, things like Final Fantasy Tactics. I don't know if you ever heard of Golden Sun, but Golden Sun was one of those games. A lot of like the Mega Man Battle Network games, like those games didn't end up getting a remake. Like I have the collection on Switch and stuff like that. I would say a lot of like the handhelds stick out to me when I think about that. I would definitely want a new Dissidia. Like I would want a Dissidia port, Dissidia that they had for PSP and Duodism. Like NT, the 3v3 Dissidia. We've definitely talked about this before. Like it was an okay game.
I need the ones.
Yeah, it's the 1v1s that are actually like what made or break that game. And I just don't feel like NT really did a lot of justice. Like they could have just done a lot more there.
Yeah,
honestly.
Dissidia port or remake of Dissidia would be nice. Just keep the 1v1.
There were a lot of good games on the PSP and PS Vita that I was super into at the time too. Capcom had a game called Soul Sacrifice. It was like God Eater and Monster Hunter, where it was like a kind of like take a mission, go out, kill a monster type thing. But Soul Sacrifice had like the spin on it where you were like some sort of like sorcerer or something in damnation, like you were like stuck in like a cage. But all of that shit to me was like, this is a good era of gaming where like they had like all of these good ideas. And since the Vita, the PSP, the PS3, the Xbox 360, the PS2, I feel like they did not really take a lot of resources. They didn't really take a lot of assets. So while like there were lots of time and development for these games, you know, like I feel like it would be really feasible for these types of engines and what people were working with at the time to really like shell out any kind of idea that they had, and they did. You know, like I feel like the 2005s to the 2015s, like that era of time where people were just kind of like coming out with whatever kind of games that they want from all sorts of game studios. Like that was really like a niche time for gaming. And a lot of those games I would very much like to see come back. Like Time Splitters. You guys ever heard of Time Splitters before?
Yes, I have.
Time Splitters 4 has been like this ongoing fan project for like the longest time, and supposedly like the game is still in progress to come to console. Like they say that it might still come to PS5 and stuff like that. And I'd be really, really, really hopeful if that game came out. I would fucking love that game. Well, that's going to do it for us on this week's episode. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in.